Hello over there, and welcome to Brightcore English channel. So, as usual, this channel we are committed to ensure that you become a confident and a fluent speaker of the English language. Now, if it is your first time to tune into this channel, please remember to subscribe, like, and share with your friends so that this knowledge may spread far and wide. Okay, now back to business. I think in this episode, I want us to look at auxiliary verbs. We want to look at the auxiliary verbs. In the previous tutorials about verbs, I did mention that we have two types of verbs, and this one is the ordinary verbs, which are also called the main verbs, and then we have the auxiliary verbs, which are also called the helping verbs. So today I want us now to dwell so much on the auxiliaries so that we may know which ones are they and how they are supposed to be used and the confusion that always come about with them. Now, to start with, as the name suggests, sorry, the word auxiliary or helping simply mean that these are words which are used to help the main verb or adjective to convey a complete meaning in a sentence. So you find that without these auxiliary verbs, without these helping verbs, you find that the meaning in a sentence might not come out well as far as even the main verb is used. So consider even the following sentences. When somebody say, the visitor's coming tomorrow, the visitor's coming tomorrow. So the visitor's coming tomorrow, you feel that there's some word missing there. For that sentence to be complete, could be the visitors are coming tomorrow. So the word are is an auxiliary verb because it helps the main verb coming so that the meaning can come out well. The visitors are coming, as opposed to saying the visitors coming tomorrow. All right. When you say that Jen going home, Jen going home now. So you find that Jen is going home now. The word is missing there. And therefore, you find that it helps the main verb so that the meaning can come out clearly. Now, let us get to know what are these auxiliary verbs? What are the examples of these auxiliaries? Now, the examples of these auxiliaries, they are always confusing because we also have other relatives of theirs that's called the modal auxiliaries, the modal verbs or the modal auxiliaries. They are always confused also with these auxiliary verbs, but there's a way in which they share some of the characteristics as far as their usage is concerned. So in this, I think in the next episode, I'll discuss more on the modal auxiliaries or the modal verbs. Now, for now, let us now dwell on the auxiliaries now, the auxiliary verbs. So, how many are they? If you want to master them, just write do behave, do behave. So once you write that well, you find that you'll have covered the entire auxiliary verbs that we have in English. Like now under do, that's where we have does, that is in singular, right? Singular, third person singular. But first person singular plural and third person you use do. Then we have their past form, which is did. So under do, you can see we have do, does, and did. Then under be, we have am. Okay, we have am, we have is, we have are, then we have was, and we have were. Okay, used in singular, plural, and also in past form. And then we have the last one, which is have. Do, be, have. So under have, this is where we have has, which is used in singular. Okay, and then we have, which is the plural, and their past form is had. Okay, so if you may go through them very quickly, you find that the auxiliary verbs that we have in English, these are do, does, did. Then we have am, we have is, we have are, we have were, and then we have has, we have, and finally we have had. Those are the examples of the auxiliaries that we have. Now, next, these auxiliaries, many speakers of this English language normally confuse it. Now, in which way? Let us look at how they use does and do. Does and do. So we got to know that does is used in singular. third person singular. That is, he dares, she dares. But you cannot say I dares. You cannot say you dares. You as second person singular or you second person plural. You say you do. Okay? But the first person, you say I do. But the third person, you don't say do. Singular, you say dares. He dares, she dares, it dares. But the plural, they do. And then the first person singular, we say I do, we do. The next one is the use of has and have. Has is used in singular and have is used in plural. Many people normally confuse and say, for instance, you say somebody speak and say, he have come home. The visitor have come home. The teacher have called us. It's very common among the students. So you need to understand that has is used in singular and have is used in plural. He has gone. They have gone. Okay? I have gone. She has gone. We have gone. So you can see has is used in singular and have is used in plural. But remember how we treat I, that is the first person singular, is treated like the third person plural. Look at it as the use of has and have. Singular, you say he has. Plural, we say they have. But I, the first person, I being singular, you might be tempted to say I has, which is wrong. As we said, I is treated like the third person plural. I have, just like they have. Okay? The same way, even with the use of do and dares. You say, I do. The same we say they do. But you cannot say, I dares. But he, she, it, you say, dares. Okay? Otherwise, I believe that now you know how to use these auxiliary verbs. And even in the sentences, many of them, you have to know when to use them in singular and plural, and likewise how we use them in present, and also how they take their past tense. Otherwise, thank you very much for this. I think the next episode we shall expound more on modal auxiliaries so that we can get to know the slight difference that we have between the auxiliaries and the modal auxiliary verbs. Thank you very much, and remember, if you've forgotten to subscribe, do so, and then hit the bell section icon there so that you get alert when there is a new video that has been uploaded. Thank you, and see you next.